What's up guys, NepentheZ here and welcome to the best attack ever. I have played FIFA, especially Ultimate Team, since its inception and I have loved this game for many years. I've played with many teams, many different card colours, many different values, high rated, low rated, bronze, silvers, golds, legends, informs, specials, heroes, you name it. I have played with it. I have never, ever played with an attack as good as this. Yes, that's right, guys. The three big boys, the 98 Ronaldo, the 97 Messi, and the 97 Neymar and the 99 Messi. Obviously, they're going to perform good, right? Because look at the team they're in, look at how good they are, look at how good their stats are. Some people might argue the fact that handicap exists and these players play shit. Some people feel like Ronaldo has a parachute on his back. Some people feel like Messi and Neymar are too weak. Let me tell you guys, as a trio, these guys are amazing. So today I'm going to do something that I haven't done in a long time, and I'm going to do a full game live, kind of like my old Ruin a Randomer stuff. I'm actually going to talk about gameplay, teams, and things like that today, because I think a lot of people feel like there's just two sides of things, and we'll talk about it in the video. I don't want to talk about it now because I want to get into the video. Now, if we could drop a thumbs up on this video, that'd be awesome. This team is amazing. A lot of people won't rate Diego Alves. He's unbelievable, honestly. Dani Alves, Godin, Sergio Ramos, Marcelo are amazing. Sergio Ramos' high attacking work rate costs me from time to time, but in general, he's good. Iniesta, Modric, Bale are amazing. The only thing I need to change in this team is to get that 95 Luis Suarez in instead of that 89 rated Bale. Happy days. And then the three boys up front, I'll show you their stats so far. So Neymar for me has 57 goals and 23 assists in 48 games, which is great contribution. Lionel Messi has 30 goals and 17 assists in 48 games, which in a front three is actually a great contribution. And then Ronaldo up front has 34 goals and 12 assists in 48 games, which is a great contribution. You'll probably wonder, why has Neymar got more goals than the other two? I actually had Neymar at striker for a while. I really wanted to use Neymar at striker. I wanted him to get to 1,000 goals. But the problem with him is he's just a bit too weak in a one striker formation. Although we have three attackers here, it is a one striker formation. He's a bit too weak. So I tried Ronaldo there for a couple of games, and Ronaldo excelled at striker and Neymar excelled at that left forward spot. So these two go in this way around. This is the team. Let's get into a game. Okay guys, our opponent for today has got a 100 chem 4-1-2-1-2 second version Bundesliga team. A very nice team indeed. Interesting, it's got Goetze up front. I personally would have put Sahin off. I'd put Goetze in at cam. I'd put Adrian Ramos up at striker, but that's just me. Now, before I lose, it would be fitting that whilst I'm talking about how good this attack is and how FIFA gameplay kind of is, that I lose the game, right? It would just be fitting. So before I lose, for those of you that don't know, for those of you that never played whilst recording or played live or something, that like you play different when recording or streaming for YouTube than when you're just casually playing at home by yourself. It's really weird. I sit differently, I play differently, I think differently. I have different ways of kind of getting through to myself what's right and what's wrong. I have different play styles when I'm not recording, and you know, it just in general, it's mad different. So whilst I'm going to talk to you about a lot of things here, I wouldn't necessarily judge this game too much, you know, by its cover. It's just one game. Ultimately, one game in FIFA doesn't mean anything. And that's going to be an important thing to remember over the next 90 minutes of this game whilst we talk about how FIFA works. So one common misconception that I believe is that handicap exists. Now, I have a 191 rated team. I can get this up to a 193, but I have my main man Cameron Gill on the bench because he's a bronze monster. He's a bronze beast, as my good friend Matt HD Game would say. Let me know in the chat. What do you reckon about the old bronze beast? So in general, I don't think handicap exists. I could be wrong. I've been the sort of person that there has been times, and I'm sure some of you will remember if you've been around the channel for a long time, where I've said I believe handicap exists. I believe there's no way on earth that handicap can't exist. I don't believe handicap exists for the simple reason that it just doesn't make sense. I believe momentum exists. Let's not get things twisted. I just don't believe handicap exists. So with that out of the way, let me tell you about some common misconceptions that I get in this game. First things first is people will say to me, and this comes through my own experiences and nothing else, okay? People will say to me, you only won Division 1, because you've got that team. And I did win Division 1 last night with this team. I tweeted it out on Twitter. I did it quite easily. I did get a loss during the season, but AA9 Skills got that loss on my account because I'm at his house now, which is why the setting is probably recognisable to some of you fans of both parties. But yeah, I won Division 1 with these, and some people replied, you literally only won that because you have an incredible team. And it makes some sense why people would think that, but I've also won Division 1 with a team that was valued right now at about 25, 30k. At the time was valued at about 80k. Back on stream, actually, I did it. Back on stream, I won with a really, not a really cheap team, but a cheap team with cheap players that everyone can afford, and I won it, no problem at all. I was kind of hoping for the free kick there, Ref. So team does have some value, some bearing on how the game plays, and EA bullshit is in this game. You will concede goals that you shouldn't concede. You'll make tackles that constantly pop back to the defenders when it's just really frustrating. There are certain little aspects of this game that you can't control. Like at times where your defender, instead of running with the way that you're running, will just lunge for the ball without you asking. It's out of your control. There's nothing you can do about it, and that's what EA's is for me. There will be times where your opponent takes a shot, and for some reason, for one reason or another, I don't know what, your goalkeeper will literally just stand still and won't come and collect the ball, and the ball will trickle past him. That's out of your control, and that happens in this game, and it has an effect to the point where it might cost you some points. On the odd occasion, it might cost you the title if you need one win, and that's the goal that you can see that ends up losing you the game. Yeah, it might cost you the title. In general, that small percent of aids that you get is, you can overcome that if you learn this game, if you're good enough at this game. Now, whilst I'm talking about this, guys, I want you to know I don't try and sit here and claim that I am the best player on FIFA ever. I am not the best player on FIFA ever. In fact, I'm not even close to being the best player on FIFA ever. I'm a good FIFA player that has a lot of knowledge about the game. That's what I would say I am. I'm a good FIFA player. I have a lot of knowledge about how the game works. I have a lot of knowledge about how the game mechanics work. And I understand the ins and the outs. My problem is that I don't have the mental capacity in the sense that I panic a lot. And I don't have the reaction times to do what I know I should do to win every game, if that makes sense. So that's where people like, Gorilla and Jukes and Inception, that's where those people kind of get ahead of the curve, is because their muscle memory just allows them to do things that I have to force myself to think to remember to do. And that's the same for a lot of you guys. When you guys say, oh, how do I get better at FIFA? Honestly, just practice is the way forward. The more you play this game, the more you will learn what works and what doesn't. And then when you force yourself to do something a hell of a lot of times, eventually it will come natural to you. And that's why I actually struggle from patch to patch and at times from game to game, is because when the patch makes a small change to the game, for me, because of the way my muscle memory works within FIFA, that could be a huge change to how I play the game. In FIFA 15, when they changed the dribbling, I wasn't as good as I was before they patched the dribbling. There are certain things in this game that once they change, my god, that was just pathetic. Once they change them, it changes everything for certain players. So whilst I do believe there can be things like handicap and scripting mentioned and talked about and theorized, I don't believe that handicap is in the game, and that's why I'm happy here playing with a 191 squad, and I'm playing against a low-rated team. And that's perfect. I'm controlling this game. I've had a lot of chances. I haven't had great chances. I'm taking like silly shots, but in general, I am controlling this game. Jesus Christ. So the team you have, as I was explaining, is largely irrelevant. You can build strong teams that are very cheap and very powerful and can do the same job as these super teams. What you get from these super teams is, on the odd occasion, when I run down the right wing with Messi and then bang it from a stupid angle, it will go in because he's Messi. Whereas if that was Carlos Vela, it might not have gone in. But the way I play FIFA and the way most people play FIFA is I get into really common, easy shooting positions before I take shots. So it doesn't matter if you've got 98 Ronaldo, 99 Messi, 97 Neymar. It doesn't matter if you've got a bronze striker in Cameron Gill, which is a player that I use. I have 59 goals in 60 games with him, and that is him coming on as a substitute in big games, in Division 1 games, in cup games. And the reason why I'm able to score those goals with him is because the shooting mechanics in FIFA are relatively broken. So whilst you are going to get certain things here or there from from the big players, this chance here, should I score it, I don't need 98 Ronaldo to score that goal. Remy would have scored that goal. Sturridge would have scored that goal. Those aren't the goals that these incredible players get for you. The goals that the incredible players get for you are the 45-yard free kicks or the 30-yard screamers that they just shouldn't be able to score, or the extra bit of strength that they've got that muscles off that defender. They're the goals that these guys get you. So when people say to me, you only won Division 1 because of that team, in essence, yes, that team is what won Division 1. But in principle, no, because I can win Division 1 with a team without these players. So, it's quite frustrating that I've had to prove myself year on year that, hey, I'm just a good player at FIFA. Some years I haven't been a good player at FIFA. Like FIFA 14, I was shocking at this game, FIFA 14. FIFA 15, I was really good at this game. And FIFA 16 now, I'm quite good at this game. I'm not great at this game, I'm not very good at this game, I'm just quite good at this game. There's certain things that you can do to help your cause. Sometimes I don't do them, sometimes I do them. But in general, the team you have is irrelevant. And it'd be interesting to hear what you guys think about this as well, because people believe... No! No, EA! Not like this. Not like this. Oh man, oh man. I'm going to finish what I was talking about before I finish this video here. People will believe that the team you've got causes you to win, but those same people that say to me, you only won Division 1 because you have that team, will also say to me, when I beat an improbable team with a really cheap team, you only won that game because handicap exists. You can't be in both palms of the hand. You can't say on one hand you're only winning because you've got a really high rated team, but then on the other hand say you only won that game because your opponent has a really high rated team and handicap comes into play. My theory, to summarise, is, because I thought I had another whole half of football to talk about this. To summarise, the EAs in this game is worth a little bit to you. It may win you a game here or there, it may lose you a game here or there. It's not the dominant factor within the game. The team you have may win you a game here or there, and it may lose you a game here or there. If you have a keeper that's just really short or has bad reflexes, it may lose you a game here or there. It may win you a game here or there. But it's not the defining factor. Over 100 games played, EAs and the team you have will be relevant and will impact probably 2 or 3 of the results in the game. The way you play FIFA, the decisions you make and the things you do within the game are what impact FIFA. I've played 1,000 or more games on this FIFA already, and I can tell you, hand on heart, most of the losses that I have, other than losses like this, are due to the fact that I do stupid things that cause stupid things to happen. For example, I might have the ball with my right back and try and pass it to my right mid. Now, in the formations that I've used, in the 4-1-2-1-2 wide, every time I have the ball with the right back and I try to pass it to the right mid, a midfielder would always intercept. Yet I would still try that pass over and over, thinking that I can get it from Dani Alves to Lionel Messi. So the guy intercepts, he reads the pass, he's now got a counter-attack because I've brought Dani Alves out, I've left my whole team on the other side of the field, he's only got to beat 2 centre-backs and he's in on goal. The way FIFA works with how OP counter-attacks are, he could put 2 passes together, he's in. I'm sitting there complaining, oh my god, I'm hit on another counter-attack this game. So no, that was my fault for making a stupid pass in the first place to concede the goal. So what I'd like you guys to do is let me know in the comment section below how you feel about high-rated teams versus low-rated teams, and how you feel about EA aids versus your own inability to play the game. Like, is it really EA's fault that you concede these goals or score these goals, or is it just the way you play the game and the decisions you make on the game? This is going to be the end of the video. I hope you did enjoy this. If you did, be sure to leave a like, rating, comment, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. But for now, guys, what the fuck is this, man? A loss from a disconnect? Come on! I'm out. Peace.